What is up, guys? Rick Cactus here, and today we are going to be showcasing the complete guide for how to get the brand new Wish Ender exotic bow in Destiny 2 Forsaken. Now, you're probably a little bit familiar with this bow. It was seen during a trailer, and it's been used to spice up many a thumbnail. But this is a pretty crazy exotic. It's a bow that, when fully drawn, can literally see through walls. And this works in PvP too. So this is a fantastic weapon. It has an incredibly long charge time, but hits incredibly hard. Another cool thing about it is that you may have noticed a bunch of taken-ish eggs all around the Dreaming City. When you shoot them, they're immune. Well, when you use specifically the Wish Ender, you can shoot those eggs, they explode, and actually give you Dreaming City legendaries. So, a lot of reason to get this weapon, and let's get started. But just before we do, guys, if you're looking for amazing gaming headphones, including the ones I personally use, the A40s, I've partnered with ASTRO, so click the link in the description down below to apply a code that's going to save you money and help me out. Definition of a win-win right there. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do on your journey to get the Wish Ender is to not necessarily complete, but almost complete the brand new Shattered Throne dungeon. This is a piece of content that was just made available today, and it's pretty extensive. It honestly feels kind of like a raid layer, and if you need help completing this content, don't worry, I've already made a guide for every single part of this dungeon. Check it out, linked up above. But when you're going through the Shattered Throne for the first time, there's going to be a part where you have to approach a statue. Now, this is in between where you kill an ogre and then move forward to the final boss fight. Now, you're going to actually turn in your Awoken Talisman, the exotic object that you used a long time ago to enter the Dreaming City for the first time. But once you do that, it's going to pop up that a new mission has appeared, and then nothing. You won't see this mission anywhere in the game, but it actually does exist. So once you've probably beaten this dungeon, you definitely want to do so, there's some great rewards, you want to head to the Tangled Shore, specifically to Four-Horned Gulch. So, as long as you've interacted with that statue inside the Shattered Throne, you can head to Four-Horned Gulch, and there's going to be kind of a Toland-like orb of light spinning around with a mission and a bunch of question marks. Activate this mission to begin the next part of the quest. And all you need to do is beat this mission, but this mission is going to throw a lot of pretty high power level adds at you, so definitely recommend doing all of the stuff we talk about in this video with a group of people, because soloing it is going to be pretty darn difficult. You're going to slay out on taken after taken after taken to eventually make your way to this middle arena. There's going to be some wizards that are immune, and in the very center of this arena there is a blight. You need to get close to the blight and kill it in the very center, and that's going to lower the immunity shields of those wizards. Then you're going to have to kill all of those yellow bar wizards. Once you do, a bunch more enemies are going to spawn, including 3 very tanky bosses. Now, importantly, when the bosses first spawn, they actually have immunity shields up, so don't try to tank them right away, don't use any supers right away, just wait a bit, and they're going to kind of spread out, and those immunity shields will naturally go away, and then you can take those bosses down one by one. If they really are tanky, it feels like killing kind of like an escalation protocol wave 1 or even higher boss, because they do have a lot of health, so stuff like Sleeper, the Whisper, Blade Barrage, all that stuff is fantastic. Now, as soon as you've killed all 3 of those bosses, you're going to get 3 different items that are going to go into the pursuits category of your inventory. The Dreaming Token of Urvix, the Dreaming Token of Quirum, and the Dreaming Token of Zavoth. I probably butchered those names, but essentially those represent 3 bosses, 3 specific bosses that you have to get to spawn and kill in the Shattered Throne. So you're going to have to go back to the Shattered Throne, load that back up, and again get these 3 kind of secret bosses to spawn. So here's how to do that. So after loading in for the second time, in the first encounter of the Shattered Throne, when you're just killing enemies and killing architects and going from symbol to symbol to symbol, you want to ascend. climb as high as possible, and as you can see in the background gameplay, head to the Tower of the Deep area. Now, in this special area, there's going to be a relic. You have to pick up this relic, and this mechanic is going to come up several times. You have to transport this relic to one of the statues, one of the awoken statues that doesn't have a ball. So, as you can see, after I pick up this relic and transport it back to still the top layer of this area, but the very center, there's two statues. One has a ball, can't do anything, but the other does not. It's missing its relic, and I'm able to deposit my relic into the hands of that statue, and that is going to spawn a special secret boss. So, just kill him. It's a taken Minotaur, and he does have a unique mechanic where you're gonna kill him and he's just gonna respawn. So you're gonna have to kill him twice in a row, and then once you do, because you actually killed Quirum, you're going to get the Waking token of Quirum. So in your pursuits category, one of your tokens will change. It'll have light glowing out the middle of it, and that represents that you've killed one of the 3 secret bosses in the Shattered Throne. From here, you're going to continue through the Shattered Throne as normal until you get to this jumping puzzle where you have to stick to the narrow beams. Then you're going to want to, as soon as you get into this room, peel off to the right. There's going to be a small platform with a wall, and behind this wall is where you find another relic. Then you're going to have to transport this relic all the way across this jumping puzzle room. Now, there is going to be a ton of ogres that are going to try to push you off, so definitely, snipers to take those guys down, sleepers, stuff like that, very, very useful here. Now, once you've dealt with those ads, take this relic, go quite a long ways to this platform on the far back corner. As you can see here, there's going to be the statue missing the ball, and this is where you deposit it. Now, unlike the other time, it's not going to spawn a boss. You're actually depositing 2 different relics, this and one more, to open a door to which you're going to fight the boss. Now, as for the second relic, continue on as normal until you get to the part where you are slowed down, where you cannot double jump. From here, as soon as you enter into that area, peel off to the right, and as you can see, this is the spawn point for yet another relic. So, you're going to have to pick up this relic and take it all the way through this slowed area. This is kind of a nightmare. There is a ton of Shadow Thralls destroying you. So, stuff like tether, any sort of area of effect, constantly damaging grenades, all of that stuff is fantastic. Also, while you're in this slowed area, you won't be able to regen health. So, it's just not fun, but grab it and tank it through. Eventually, when you get to the very end, and you'll see the wall the wall of mist, I guess, in order to jump out and get out of this slowed area, you're going to see a long hallway in front of you, but head to the right, and that's where the statue, as you can see, is going to be waiting with her open hands to deposit that second relic. Now, once you do that, as I said, those 2 relics are going to open a door. You head to this area here, and normally the big door in front of you is closed, but now it is open. Head inside to face yet another boss. Now, this guy is not so bad. The arena you're fighting in is going to have an outside ring, and there are going to be taken phalanxes that spawn here. Going to try to push you off, so make sure you're on top of those guys if they are getting close to you. But the boss is going to spawn in the center circle. Just use sleeper and supers and take him down pretty quickly. He's not as tanky as the other guy. Now, once you do kill him, you're going to get the Waking token of Eravix, henceforth referred to as Elvis. And that's the second boss down. Continue as normal until the big boss fight where you take down the taken Ogre in this arena. So, because I've already done a complete guide on this dungeon, I'm not going to re-go over the mechanics of this fight. I'm going to explain it as if you already know it. So if you don't, again, go watch that guide. But essentially, what you're going to need to do is get the ×4 debuff, the special one, Petitioner's Burden, and then get one of your teammates to slam as normal, but you want to be positioned at kind of the back of this arena, as you can see, because one red health invisible Minotaur is going to spawn. So again, stay back here, keep your eyes peeled, someone slams, then he spawns. As soon as you kill that Minotaur, then it's going to spawn the relic kind of at the back left-hand corner of the stairs. If you're looking at the back, as you can see right here, you grab this relic and head to the statue at the opposite end of that left-hand side still. As you can see, yet again, once you deposit that relic, then a boss will spawn. It's going to be another big taken ogre that's going to move to the very center of the arena, so you're gonna have to kill 2 of them. Now, the one that just spawned, however, is very easily killed. He does not have a ton of health. You can tank him, like pretty much 1 blade barrage will kill him, so you can just kill him like right away as soon as he spawns, and that's gonna complete the last of your waking tokens, Zavoth. Now at this point, once you open up your pursuits category of your inventory, all 3 of those tokens, if they're all glowing, you're good to go. You are totally good to go. Don't worry about dying here, because if you do die and respawn, you do have to get past this ogre. You do have to beat this part, but you won't have to activate any more relics or anything like that. So simply kill this ogre. Watch out for those seeking taken orbs. Those are just absolutely deadly, but kill this ogre. As soon as you do, it's going to open the door that's again going to allow you to that statue that you first had to interact with in order to start this whole quest off. Except this time, you'll see that there's going to be 3 bowls kind of right in front of the statue, and all 3 will be glowing to represent your 3 glowing waking tokens. If one isn't glowing, you missed a boss or did something wrong. At this point, you can approach this statue, and it will actually just give you the option to collect loot, and just do so. Hold square or whatever button it is on your preferred console, and just get the Wish Ender. And there it is. Just like last time where you don't need to technically complete the dungeon, this time seems to be the same thing. So you can abandon activity, head on out of there, and go right into the Crucible or Gambit or wherever you want to go with your new toy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. Now, if you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. And if you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.